What's up, everybody? Doc Fortune here. My favorite real-time strategy game of all time, Dawn of War. Just got a definitive edition. It's kind of like a remaster, a retweak, an update for modern times so that it's playable on modern machines. I still think it's the best entry in the series that they ever put out. And after playing a few games to try and see how good I still am, I'm fucking terrible. So we're going to play some games, just some skirmishes against computers. And I'm going to try to get myself up to snuff to where I can maybe play some multiplayer online. But right now, I'm just eating shit every single game. It's not going well, and I'm only playing hard computers. It's not even the hardest, but you know, it's been forever since I played this game, and it's intense. I tried harder at this game than I ever tried at college. If I had tried as hard, I would have graduated with honors. So, let's see. Starting AI difficulty is hard. We're going to do Bloody River just because it's a relatively easy map that I know pretty well. It's difficult for Eldar if we get rushed because it's small. There's not a lot of room to go, so they're going to be right in our base. But it's fairly simple, and it keeps me from having to navigate a whole bunch of shit while I'm still unfamiliar with things. So let's jump in and take a look. I'm playing a random computer, so I don't know what it will be. Makes it a little bit harder. You can kind of prepare your strategies against enemies. I'm going to go to my webway, Bone Singer, Guardian, and research Fleet of Foot. And then I'm going to have this lady build an aspect portals. Get her to help. Set my rally point for my unit generating building right here so that my Guardians will run over close to it. I'm going to grab these guys and hit B for build, hold shift, and have them build some power. So that way when they're finished building this, in theory, they'll go run over and build this, but we'll see what happens. Yep, there they go. We're going to go ahead and get Dark Reapers. It's just kind of a standard deal, and I'm going to go ahead and get Warlocks on these guys. That's their leader unit. It allows them to detect invisible units, which are a fucking menace in this game. These guys seem to be doing it all pretty good. We're going to pull them over here so they can build us a listening post, which is something you build on top of your capture points to help defend it. So they're going to start building that right now. And these guys are going to cap down here. After this, we're going to have them capture this relic because the computer seems to like to get that shit really fast. Our listening post is almost done. Just in time for these guys to be finished. We're going to have them run up here and capture this strategic point. It's kind of hard to see, but if you look, it's right there. These are important for take and hold victories. In other words, if people aren't fighting each other, they're just kind of holding out in their base and turtling, then we have enemies right here. It's Imperial Guard. We're going to run these guys right up here. They have fleet now, so we'll turn on that so they'll run faster. We're going to turn off fleet. We're going to have them attack. These guys are going to run back. They're getting shot up, so there we go. We'll have them cap it again. And see, our guys are chasing, so I'm going to make sure I turn their stances to hold your ground. That way they don't chase the enemy into their own base and die. Alright, I need my builders. My builders come over here, build a listening post. We're going to build it right there. It's important to capture this strategic location just for points. Go ahead and upgrade that. I'm going to get another builder so that I can keep building small things back here while these two ladies go up and build my forward listening posts. So she's born already. We're going to build another power generator right here so we don't get behind on it. Alright, now that these guys have this listening post, we're going to upgrade that one, and we're going to have these build a turret. We need 80 requisition. There we go. We need 40 power. We don't have enough power. That's why I wanted to make sure. Alright, so these guys have almost capped this. These guys have almost capped this. And I'm kind of worried that enemies are going to come from this way. The reason I want to build one of these is because it detects and it'll help defend our base. There we go. We have to build it within range of our listening posts. Go ahead and build us another generator, just so we don't get behind on our power economy. These guys are going to need to go cap this point in this corner of the map right up here. Let's see. These guys are done building the gun, so we're going to have them build a listening post on this so it can be defended. These guys have already capped the center point, so they're going to go ahead and get this one. And I'm leaving them here to cover this for the time being. The Imperial Guard just ran. They didn't even fight my dudes. So since we see them over here, let's make sure these Bone Singers have some cover from our Dark Reapers. We're going to turn on Fleet so they run faster. Pressing F, and then turn off Fleet and just have them attack move there so that they'll take care of it. Meanwhile, what are my builders doing? My builders are building this listening post. I'm going to go ahead and upgrade this listening post so that it will also shoot people. Let's build some more power. Our power is pretty good right now. I probably shouldn't focus on this anymore for the time being. I need another Dark Reaper squad for sure. Okay, these guys can go up and cap this. These guys almost have this, and we can see a force running through the middle. So what we need to do is grab our units, this guy, press Fleet, run them over here. We need to get them right here. We need to make sure our aspect portal we want to get them a leader. We want to get these guys over here, turn off Fleet, and have them attack move also. We have some nasty dudes tearing our shit up, so I'm going to go ahead and get a Farseer. And then I'm going to have my Bone Singer go over here and build a listening post on this. These dudes are not melee, so we don't want them tangled up by these little Imperial Guard bastards. So we're just going to run them back, turn off Fleet, and then have them attack move again. We still have some dudes over here doing stuff. These guys have capped this, so we're going to reinforce them a little bit and then run them back to right here. Right now these guys handled business, so good on them. We're going to have them attack move right here so they can start blasting these guys. No. Come back, dummies. A Farseer should be coming out any moment. And then I have these guys over here. I'm going to grab them and have them attack too. Let's go back. We can research grenades. I'm going to get that, and then I'm going to send these to attack. I need these two guys. They have a cool teleport move. You can press J and it goes very far. We're going to teleport them right here. And then we're going to have them build a Soul Shrine, which is our tech building. I'm going to have this girl build a Webway, which is our population cap. We pretty well took care of these dudes. I don't think the Imperial Guard is very strong on the computer or versus Eldar. I seem to have an easier time with them, so we might actually get a decent game out of this one. Right now we can see they're going up here to steal our control point, and then they're also attacking the middle, so we're going to go right here. I'm going to have this lady build another Webway because it will give us more control area that we can use to build more guns and weapons. Alright, we don't want our guys chasing them, so we're just going to go here. I'm going to make sure their stance is on this, on hold ground. And you can see our Farseer is attacking these guys, so we'll guide them. That way they get an increased damage bonus. And then we're just going to make sure this chick is on stand your ground. We're going to have these dudes cap, and we're going to run the Farseer back. These Guardians are just chilling up here, but I have a feeling, yeah, there's probably some guardsmen over here. We have grenades though. We can fight these dudes, so I'm not super worried if they're here. These guys have negative cover right now because they're standing in the river. You don't want that. That means they'll be easier to kill. So just move them out. I have these guys attack right here, and these guys attack right here. Then I'm gonna grab my Farseer and I'm gonna. Nope, I'm not gonna do anything. They ran away. So I have another Guardian unit somewhere. They're up here. I'm gonna run them down and have them cap this. Don't forget the tech. The first thing we need to get is reinforced armor and the damage. Let's see. We want these two people to build us a support portal so we can start getting vehicles, and then we don't have enough money to upgrade our tech. Oh yeah, we do. What do we need? Mobilize for war. I don't know what we're missing. Oh, it's this? No, it's not any of this shit. Okay. You can see they're moving into our points up here, so I'm going to take a squad of Dark Reapers. I'm going to run them up. And then I'm also going to make another squad of Dark Reapers because they're really good. Reinforce these guys up a little bit. The next thing I want to get on the Aztec portal is Fire Dragons, and I'm going to build a Falcon Grav tank just so that they can get around more easily. And if you're floating a bunch of resources like I can, you can build these two. I'm going to go ahead and get... Why can't I upgrade? I don't understand. I have so much money, but I just can't upgrade my shit. I'm confused about it. I'm doing something wrong, but I don't know what I'm doing wrong. Let's send these dudes over here and just have them attack, because these dudes are for sure capping this. So I get a notification that my victory countdown has begun. That means I'm controlling more of the map, and these guys are shredding these guardsmen. So we're going to have them cap this back. Take these guys off fleet. If they have a little halo around them, that's how you know that they have fleet on. But right now, these guys are just not doing anything. In fact, we have a Guardian squad just sitting up here. We're going to run them right here so that they can cover this location. This is cover. Now that they're in this, they're going to get a bonus. We'll just have them hang out and chill here. Let's see. We want to get a Wraith Lord. Mobilize for war. I guess I could upgrade it. I don't know what the hell I was thinking. Get the Psychic Storm on our Farseer since we already have her. That's our hero unit. I'm going to take these guys right here and move them up. In fact, I'm going to make these guys a control group. And we'll just run them right here till we can kind of see. Okay. We'll let them go ahead and attack this. And then I'm going to run the Farseer up here. Holy crap, that's a lot of guardsmen. So we're going to get out. We're going to get out. We've kind of baited them, so. And we've got a Psychic Storm we can put right over these guys. It does a ton of damage to them, especially since they're in negative cover. We're going to put these dudes inside here. This Grav tank is also a transport. That way it'll just help them keep from getting wrecked. We can fly them over here and deploy, I guess. There you go. This ended up being a real stupid move. So we're just going to bail. They have a bunch of shit over here. You can jump with the Falcon. I'm going to jump out. I don't think I have any more dudes here. How do I unload these guys? Oh, I have to pick a place. There we go. That's why it didn't work. So now my guys are all back, but what I really want to do is get some Fire Dragons. I don't need this many, but 2 will do. And I'll get a Wraith Lord. I have a shit ton of money, so I'm floating money like crazy. And I don't have a lot of power. So we're going to build power, power. Okay, these guys are my anti-vehicle, building guys, so we're gonna run these guys up. Move these here. I want to get a few reinforcements on these dudes and load them in the Falcon Grav tank. Okay, I need my Farseer. I'm gonna select her here and run up. We're gonna put an Eldritch Storm over these guys and just let them get wrecked. She's channeling her psychic stuff, and man, she just fucked them up with that power. So here come the rest of my cavalry dudes. I can see these guys are just chilling. I'm gonna send them to attack right here, and hopefully they'll get something done. My Wraith Lord is almost dead, but I have another one right here. I'll send him up. He crashed, sadly enough. I don't want to lose this, so I'm going to jump it out. We'll go right here. These guys can load up. These guys can get reinforced and load up. And then I'm going to move this right here. Whoops, come here. Oh, they can't load. Okay, that's fine. We'll go over here anyway. Where? I don't know. I lost my Farseer somewhere. We'll run back just so that this listening post will cover us a little bit. And I'll put a Bright Lance on these guys. So since we have all these units up here, we're going to unload right here. Fire Dragons are going to do a ton of damage. Let's see. Yeah, they just shred these bases. I'm going to double click them and make sure they're on hold your ground. We're going to get these dudes and shred this. The Dark Reapers are going to decap their relic. You can see I have a big blob right here fighting my poor Wraith Lord. So while he's in the middle of a sync kill, I'm just going to run him back. These guys are taking this point, but it doesn't really matter. I'm going to go right here for some vision. These guys are going to go ahead and destroy this building. Okay. This guy can move up. These guys are getting shot by some shit, so I'm just going to run them back right here. Yeah, there we go. We need to make sure the Fire Dragons are taking down the damaging buildings first. We'll just run this up to support them. These guys are still capping this, so we'll let them cap. We're just gonna use this to shred their base, because Fire Dragons are really good at it. I'm just letting the Falcon tank for them because it has vehicle armor, and let's see, these guys are not doing anything, so we'll run them up and attack. These guys have almost capped this, and we can go ahead and send these guys in too because the enemies are now realizing what's happening. And they're running. Let's load these guys in here really quick. There we go, they're loaded in. We can jump out. If I can hit it, J. We're about to win in 5 seconds because we're holding so much of the map. So that's it. We got taken hold victory. That's the first time I've won since I've started playing this. I practiced a few rounds and the computer kicked the absolute shit out of me. I'm playing on hard, so it's not standard difficulty, but I'm rusty, and yeah, we did good that time. The Imperial Guard is a little bit easier to deal with. They have a big blob of guys, but we were able to ignore that mostly by just holding the territory. We didn't have to go in and annihilate them. We need to control the majority of these points right here, these strategic critical locations. And we had all 3, so that started a victory countdown timer. And it allowed us to just win the game by taking and holding more of the map for a certain amount of time. The reason that the game has this is because it's really easy to turtle and suck out and drag games on forever And certain races are just better at taking hold. Certain races are better at hit and run. Certain bases are good at just tanking and crushing and annihilating. This is all they had, which it seems okay. Power gens, their base, some bunkers, some listening posts, but once we got the fire dragons in the back door, they just shred buildings, they shred vehicles, and that's really the only thing that the Imperial Guard is good at. So we messed them up. Good times. Let's go to quit battle. I did not play super great at all. My play was sloppy, but it was decent for being a rusty old timer. So we're going to hit play again, and we're going to try another round and just see how I do. Alright, we want to Bonesinger, Guardian, Fleet of Foot, and then have this chick B and A, so she starts building the aspect portal, which is where your specialized units come out of. I'm going to set my rally point for this base by right clicking, and that way when these guys spawn they'll just come right here. I'm waiting for my first Guardians to come out because they're my capturing unit. It's the Guardian squad. I'm going to send them to this forward location first because it's harder to cap. I want them to cap this ASAP. The enemies are likely to come up the middle of this map is why. Now that this is done, I'm going to research Dark Reapers right away, and I'm going to have these ladies build some power. These guys can cap this one because it's right here, so that way we'll have a turret here, and then if they destroy that, they can fall back to this turret here after we build our listing posts up. Now that Dark Reapers are researched, I want to make sure I get 2 of them because they're very strong, damaging, long-range units. Back in the day, I would always go Ranger Farseer. It was kind of a cool start because the Rangers are stealth, and that just makes it harder to detect. They're in a nuisance. They'll shoot enemies. We're gonna run up here and grab this real quick. I'm just gonna set these guys here, and one thing I want to do with all these dudes is make sure they're on hold ground stance, this blue stance, otherwise they'll run and attack and chase till they're fucking dead. It's really super annoying. Alright, now that we've got these guys, I'm building a listening post, but I don't have money for it. So this is kind of the careful thing you need to consider when spamming out all your resources right at the start. I'm waiting right now. There we go. I can build this listening post. And this will kind of be our forward defense turret. I want to go ahead and cap this relic because it takes a long time, but really the critical locations are going to be important for us. And I'm going to build another Bonesinger just so I can have an extra builder back here. These dudes need to come back and cap this point. And then these guys I'm going to shift and right click so that they go capture this after they're finished with this. That way I don't have to pay attention to it. Immediately I'm going to upgrade this just to give us defense. And then I'm going to have them build a second listening post as soon as I get to enough money. I can hear gunfire somewhere, so something's going down. I'm assuming it's... I don't know where it is. We'll go ahead and position these guys up here on the bank so that they will shoot anybody who... Yeah, here they come. So we are fighting... Looks like Imperial Guard again. We'll just have these guys attack move right here. Make sure they're on hold your ground, because you see my guys were starting to chase them. These guys are going on to capture their next point. I'm going to go ahead and have these Dark Reapers cap this. It doesn't matter who caps it, but usually you want these guys standing back and shooting. Let's see. These guys, we need more listening posts. Listening posts are defense and money. And then I'm going to have her build a power generator as soon as we get enough so we don't fall behind on our power economy. We can see we're going to run these guys out. They're getting shot like hell by the Imperial Guard. Now they're trying to cap it, so we'll just turn around and shoot them. We can go into this cover and make them chase us. And then, there we go. I'll send a Dark Reaper squad up here to help them. These guys are still capping. But we need to get more infantry. And what else do we need? We need a listening post. We need you to go up here and capture this critical location. We need you to build a soul shrine. Because that'll give us our tech. This is our tech building. Yeah, so our guardians died off. That's sad. I guess these little laser gun buttholes were better than we thought. We'll just run these guys back and let them attack right here so they'll guard this for the time being. And we can see our guys ran into more dudes. We don't want to just sit here and have them take damage on the way to this control point that I told them to cap. So we'll run them back. I'm going to make sure this is built up into a gun. Their Imperial Guard is hurting me this time. They're messing me up, so I'm not having fun with them, but maybe they learned their lesson from the last time they got their asses kicked. I need a gun here. There we go. That'll start building a gun. These dudes are okay. These dudes need to get out of the water because it's negative cover. I'm just going to have them stand here, and I'll have them stand here and guard. And I need to start thinking about the next kind of units that I'm going to run. I don't have enough for the Farseer. Yes, I do. No. Cancel these. We need, what do we need for the Farseer? 220 and 80, so we don't have enough power. So, Betty the Builder, come on over here and start building some power. So we need more of it. We see some enemies coming up the middle, but our Dark Reapers are already here to cover them. We're going to kite them back. These dudes are trying to tie us up. And then we'll send them over here to support these dudes, because they'll shred them. You can see I'm starting to have some nuisance problems. I need this Farseer. These melee dudes will tangle us up. These guys' morale is broken. It's getting too heavy. We're getting collapsed on, so we're going to run back. We're going to run back over here to this hill, and we're going to build this up into a advanced listening post. Now that we're not in negative cover, we'll turn off fleet of foot and start shooting right here. We've got our Farseer coming soon. These guys are just trying to shred our listening post. We need to build a support portal. We're waiting on 40 power, there we go, so that we can get some more. These guys are on fleet, that's stupid. These guys are on fleet, that's stupid. Here comes the Farseer. So we're going to guide these guys, and then we're going to Psychic Storm these guys, and then we're going to have her melee them. They're getting wrecked now. They really are just eating shit. Their morale is broken. These guys have grenade launchers, so we definitely want to tie them up. I'm going to get another Reaper squad just because my guys feel like they're getting wrecked. We'll kite them back over here to this. This guy only has one unit left, so let's make sure he doesn't die. The Farseer's out here doing work. We'll have her mind war that guy just so he can use it. We want to research Vipers. Yeah, right now these rocket launchers are fucking us up and it's super annoying. I'm gonna have her go over to these guys. Let's see, when you go to tech, you need to get your attack and your armor up first. Eldar have really good weapons and armor, so getting this is especially important on them. I have some Bone Singers right here. I'm going to build my listening post back up. And I got a Reaper squad here not doing anything, so we're going to run them over to this bank and have them support the Farseer. I don't see my Farseer. Oh, here she is. She's doing some crazy stuff. She's messed up. We need to get her out. She's taking a lot of damage. We'll get her back here and put her to hold ground. And just let her... I don't know why these fucking guys are in the water. This is kind of the difficulty of an RTS, is that a lot of times your units seem to have a mind of their own, which is extra hard for the Eldar because they require heavy micromanagement. This is kind of working for the time being. They killed my Bone Singer. Sad news. I'm going to have her go continue to build out while I get another one, and I'm going to bring these guys over. I'm getting wrecked by the guard right now. I need to capture some points, but they are just fucking all my shit up. Farseer's holding up. Guardians need to go over, and we basically need everybody to go over here. You guys can requisition back up. Come over to this bank. Yeah, they're kicking my ass. So we'll run these Reapers here to try and take this. We want all these dudes to attack this. Everybody attack this fucking thing. She's healing up. We're gonna put this right here so it will disrupt these little asshole butt munch guys, and then we'll run the Farseer up. Yeah, he's knocking them all to shit. Let's pull these guys back. They have fleet on anyway, so they're getting wrecked. Turn off fleet, have them attack move. We're gonna get the Farseer to Psychic Storm these guys. Oh, she's taking knockdown from the Viper. So you can see why that's pretty good. I'm going to have her guide these dudes so they do more damage. See, these guys are just standing here. They're not like walking up and attacking, so that's fucking stupid. I'm going to move this thing over here to support them because they have these dumb little grenade launcher buttholes that are knocking my people down. Yeah, now I see how you like it. These Reapers, go capture this. I need some Guardians because I don't have any way to detect invisibility. I'm not sure if that matters for these guys. I need to build a webway because it helps to increase my population, and it also expands out my... These guys are not doing anything against my Viper because it has vehicle armor, so... I'm going to bring these guys over here to try and help. Just have her tie this squad up. Okay, I need to go. I'm about to lose because they're going to do the same thing to me that I did to them last game. I'm going to go here and research my Wraith Lords, get my armor, and get mobilized for war, which is my next tech upgrade. And I need Dark Reapers and Warp Spiders. Shh. This guy is the rocket launcher, so I'm going to mind war him that way. So they kicked my ass this game. I think my guys have it here. Yes, so they're not going to get taken hold victory yet. I need to make sure she does not die. She's an expensive unit, so I'm going to run her back. We're going to research the healing way station. We're floating a lot of resources, so we need to make sure we get us a couple of Wraith Lords, and we need to make sure... Oh, we're out of money. I'm going to run these back because they're a weaker squad I didn't realize that I had over here. Right now we're holding off to taking hold victory, but we're going to have to come up with a plan in order to deal with these dudes. I think I lost my Viper, so I'll make one more. And for this, we're going to just send these guys over here and have them deal with it. Looks like they blew a lot of stuff messing with us on this side. So we're just going to go attack them straight up the middle. And I want to make sure... Yeah, that's fine. He can mess with these dudes. I don't think there's anything that they can do to him, really. But we'll get another one on this side. See, it says my population is full. So I need her to build another webway just to help my population. And you guys can build a webway over here as well. can see all of our guys. We need to attack this, because this is the main thing that's dealing damage to us. I'm going to run these guys out just so they don't get sacrificed, but they died. They got wrecked by something. We're bursting this down pretty quick. Once this goes down, there it goes. We're going to focus these guys. Focus them down. I'm going to pull her out. We'll go ahead and cast a guide on these Dark Reapers while we're at it. Yeah. So we're causing them some trouble. Let's go up around the backside here and see if we can attack this. You can see I have a couple of Wraith Lords there just wrecking these dudes. They can't do anything to it. So I'll move these guys back. Make sure I've got my tech up. You want attack and armor. Same for your vehicles. I don't have enough resources. So the good thing is I'm not floating as much this game. I spent my resources more efficiently. You want these guys to go ahead and attack. These guys might be able to do some damage with their grenades, but okay, I'm going to find my Dark Reapers. Double click them. Get them over here. I don't want them up close to these enemies. I want them back here. And then we'll click attack move. There we go. These guys are just wreaking hell. We're gonna go ahead and just attack all their shit. I think we can kill them with an annihilation victory this time. There we go. They finally... Nope, he's still holding out. They can't do anything to this guy. I'm just gonna have these dudes run around and do some extra business. While they're over here, we'll have them decap this. Let me go back to my base and see what's going on. These guys are just tangled up. I think we've got this one in the bag. So, that's why you shouldn't give up. I thought we were going to lose, but as you can see, we're just wrecking them now. This is their command center. We have a lot of heat on it. My Farseers here. One problem I'm having is my cursor is tiny as fuck, so it's hard to find it on the map. I'll have her mind ward this guy just to get rid of him. And then she's going to Psychic Storm. There we go. And I'm going to pull her out of here. That's their command center. They're pretty well screwed. Make sure this guy comes up in here into their base. I think you have to kill all of their unit producing buildings. I'm not sure exactly what the status is, but these guys are not going to be able to do shit against what we've got. Take all your guys and focus fire these damn damaging buildings down. That way they just don't slowly pick your guys off. I can see a bunch of my dudes have fleet on, which means they're not firing as effectively. But yeah, they're wrecked. We annihilated them. We didn't even need taking hold. I don't know what is keeping them alive. I think it's that these damn Imperial Guardsmen have so many unit producing buildings. You just have to destroy every little minute sucker ass building before they're gone. If they can't produce any more units, they lose the game, and we annihilated the enemy. Good job. You can kind of look around and see what's going on. We have 2 Wraith Lords, a Viper, a couple of Dark Reapers. I did not micromanage very well, but the computer sucks at Imperial Guard. So we got lucky to get them both times. We controlled most of the map by the end of it, and we annihilated them. So that's a GG. Thanks for watching along with me, guys. I appreciate it. We'll definitely be playing a ton more Dawn of War now. This is my favorite real-time strategy game ever. I think I said that at the beginning of the video also. And I'm not good enough to play multiplayer yet, but we'll get there. We'll get there. And you'll watch me lose endlessly, because whenever I played multiplayer before, I lost the majority of the games. People online are just... they're a whole different beast. from the computer. Even on the highest level, people are online are better than any cheating, insane level AI, and they'll just kick the shit out of you and make your life hell from Jump Street. So you really need to make sure you're not rusty and you know your build orders and your strategies and things like that. But there's definitely more to come. So thanks for watching these two matches while I get back